Okay, I've just been fine-tuning her face a little bit because on the picture you can see her head comes in a little bit and then goes out for her cheeks, and then she comes in like this. So I've thinned that down a little bit. I'm going to thin this side down too a little bit too. And okay, so now your eyebrows start at the corner of your nose. So there's an eyebrow starting there, and there's an eyebrow starting there. Okay, so you just sketch it in lightly, don't press hard, and just go with the flow. It looks terrible, but it's amazing. This is all the beginning. And then she's got her hair. Let's just do this. We can just do some scribbles here. And then her neck, you know, you start adding these things in and it starts coming together. It starts looking like something, and it's like, oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to draw a little neck, and her shoulders coming off there. And get your trusty eraser out. There you go. That's how she works. And then you can take out, once you've drawn the lips and you're happy with them, just go ahead and erase the lines, the straight lines. You don't need those anymore. They're just like a little distraction. They've done their job. Okay. Alrighty. Get rid of those. Alright, this pen. This one's a little darker. And what you're going to do is go in here, and it's her eyelid. So you're going to do the eyelid, and it comes over like that. And then the other one. Just like that. And then if you look in the mirror at your own eyes, it's a good way to do this. I find since I've started drawing, when I'm watching TV, I'm looking at people's eyes. It's like, oh, isn't that interesting? So your eye has a little dip here. So this is where you can fix this right here. So erase that, and what you do is draw this, like so. It's like a little, see how that works? And I've got them just, I can just barely see the line there. There's that straight line, so they're evened up pretty close. And then you go in and you can put your, like the ball of your eye is like a big round. So you just do a little gentle mark there, little gentle mark here, just close to where that dip goes, bends in. See how it goes like that? And then you want to put one over here too, just so, like so, and like so. Don't worry about your scribbles because we can blend those. This eyebrow way too close to her eye. So take my trusty eraser. See that? I know, it's so awesome. Take out some of that eyebrow. Comes out. If you have good paper, it works really well. Okay. There. That's a little better. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, you can really get into this. Once you know the basics, and the basics are what I've just told you, is do an oval, cut it in half, cross, and then cut it in half again, and then half again. And look, it's starting to look like a face. Isn't that awesome? It always amazes me. All right, so I'm just going to
scribble in some hair. And you just like, I mean, literally scribble. It doesn't matter. There we go. And let's get some. Alright, this girl is so pretty.
I ordered some erasers. Gum erasers. It's a gray eraser. That's my favorite to use. You can do all kinds of wonderful things with it. And Amazon is taking 2 weeks to deliver 2 erasers to me down here in Arizona. And it sucks. Don't forget things when you travel. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the eyes a little bit. Let's get this cleaned up. Let's get this dark scribble out of here so we can see what we're working with. See that? Just take little bits off, little bits that you don't want. Remove what you're not happy with. And starts to shape up. Okay, look at that. It's kind of a face. All right. Then you can see her pupil is really tiny. And so we're going to put one here, and right here. And then what you can do is on that lower lid, there's like a, if you look at your eye, there's a little white line that goes here. So you can draw that in, just a little white line. And I will run it down here. And then up here, just going to darken this a little bit. Okay. Now, you can darken the eye. We can fine tune all this later, but you can just go in and just scribble. Scribble some little light lines so that you get the feeling of an iris. See that? Just zigzag. That's what I do anyway. I mean, gosh, I can't believe it. Look at that. Wow. What do you think? Coming along? Oops, bothering me. I'm going to just erase and fine tune. Okay. So go and this, and you do this shape that looks like this. So we're going to do, it goes like that, like a little curve. And it looks kind of weird, but that's okay. All right, now our light is coming from this source. So this side of the face is going to be really light, and this is where your shadows come in. So take the side of your pencil and start just kind of like a little bit, and you can take it here, a little bit here, and it comes around here. Look where the shadows are. You know, if you're following a photograph, pay attention to the shadows. And there's always shadows under the eyes. And she's got some shadows over here. And then there's shadows here. Come down like in a little triangle. And I'm just going really light because you can always add more. And a shadow here under the mouth. Just go light and sideways. Don't be gouging into your paper. It's very gentle. And then she has another shadow here. a little bit up here. Yeah, this is the only time you really get to scribble. Remember when you were a kid, you scribbled all the time? There's some painters that their artwork looks like scribbles and they're making millions. Okay, so there we are with that. You take this. You can either take one of these or your finger works good too. Look at this. But I kind of like this because I can shape it as I'm doing it. So go and just, you rub it and you see the black spreads, and then you also get some residue on here which you can also use. So I can use it around my eyes. So go in and just rub the edge of the eye. Don't get into the white of the eye. And even if you do get into the white of the eye, you can always take it out with an eraser. So I'm just smooshing, and creating shadow. So there's that shadow. And now I'm going to take this one over here. And she's got shadow here too on her neck. And I'm going to put a little darker. This is a darker pencil right here. So just scribble. Doesn't have to be perfect. And take one of these and blend it in. Like so. Take all the places that you put some shading and just rub it in. And the whole purpose of your shading too is it shows contour. So your face goes like that. It's rounded. So we want to create that by adding the shadows like so. So it looks more realistic. This one here. Oh, she's got this shadow under her mouth too. Alright. Oh, can't forget the nose. So go in and do that shading around the nose. Take it right down the center. Almost to the center. We'll see how that works. And now I'm going to rub it in a little bit more. What's there left there? Now, the eyes. You've got shadow that is here. Okay, that one. So just draw a very light shadow here, and that will create that visual of it being rounded. And here. And we're going to rub those in too. Okay. I'm going to. I think these are called tortillions. Not tortillas, but tortillions. And I have them in a few different sizes. I have one that's really skinny. Oh, there it is. This one's great for getting in those tight spots. Rub a little bit of the dark in that little dip of the tear duct. I guess that's a tear duct. Put it in there. Okay, so you can kind of, if you have a picture of somebody, you can look at